Alright, hello. Uh, Welcome back to I Might Be Wrong MMA, even though this time it's boxing again. I didn't really want to cover this card because misfits are usually shy, but Tony Ferguson, Darren Till, Dillon, danis, Luke Rockhold. I can't ignore these names. These are good names. And believe me, if GFL was a thing, I would have covered every card. That it was too intriguing. But we're gonna get straight into it. There's a couple of. I'm not gonna cover every fight on this card, but there's a couple interesting cases I want to discuss, and I want to shit on Chase the more. So let's do that. Moving on. First fight I'm gonna cover is not this fight. I don't care. Both of them are debuting. Amir Anderson versus Vitor Sakira. I have no idea how you pronounce that name, so correct me in the comments below. Amir Anderson is a weird case. He is a very weird case. In Misfits, he's like kind of their like homegrown talent. He's only had 3 fights, and those 3 opponents have been like they all have a combined record of like 8 wins, 32 losses. Not the greatest look, not the greatest outlook for Amir Anderson. And most of his fights, he uses his height as a huge advantage. This fight, he'll have a huge height advantage. But he's taken an opponent I think could actually give him trouble. Vitor Sakira is actually a pretty decent. He's not bad. He can crush a few cans. But he has 8-1 record. He's very experienced and he has been winning. This is a 6-round fight, so we don't need to worry about cardio. If you need to worry about cardio in a 6-round fight, you're not a good boxer. But yeah, I think Vitor Sakira will outpoint him. I can see Amir Anderson like rocking him in maybe the first 2, but then I think Vitor will probably win a decision. Either that or he'll get robbed. I don't know about Misfits judges. But moving on. Little recording edit there, my fucking software shut down. We're back though. I don't give a fuck about this fight. Moving on. Chase the Moore versus Nathan Markan. I don't know if there's like a because it's like a Polish name. I don't know if there's like a weird pronunciation for it. Anyway, Chase the Moore is a very, very, very weird case in this department because he's their champion. But some of his fights, he wins by weird decisions, and I think this was not his last fight, but I think the fight before that, he had a fight. I swear to God, it was literally 5 rounds of them doing a roly-poly around the ring. They were hugging each other, diving each other. I think there was a powerbomb at one point. They dived out of the ring. Chase the Moore nearly got like clotheslined over the top rope. It felt like WWE shit. I'm gonna go Chase the Moore. I think Nathan is. I'd love for him to win this, but I can just see them handing Chase the Moore a decision. He's not that impressive. He's okay. He has a huge size advantage, has a huge reach advantage. If he loses this fight, he's terrible. Nathan is decent, but he's mainly a mixed martial artist. He's only had 2 fights in boxing, in amateur boxing. This is his first pro fight. I'm gonna have to go Chase the Moore, and also the huge size advantage as well. Don't care about this fight. Now, this fight, Ty Mitchell versus Sean Hemphill. This is very interesting because Ty Mitchell is like a big puncher. He beat Idris Virgo, and that was great and all. But they're giving him a 19-2 Sean Hemphill, a guy whose only recent loss, and by recent I mean like a few years ago, is to William Skull, the guy who took, not in a great way, but he took Canelo to a decision. He's not terrible. I think that's leagues better than fucking winning against Idris Virgo. I don't even think Idris Virgo is that good. I'm going to go Sean Hemphill decision. I'm going to go probably either that or late stoppage. I don't think Ty Mitchell going all the rounds. But yeah, I'm going to go Sean Hemphill decision. Before this, before I did research on this card, I had no idea Dillon Danis was fighting. I had no idea he was fighting Warren Spencer. Now, anyone who doesn't know who that is, I don't either. But what I know is, he's never fought a mixed martial artist in his life. He's fought 2 boxing matches and that's about it. From what I've seen. Dillon Danis is not that good. But one thing I'll say is that he'll beat someone who's never done MMA before. So I'm going to go Dillon Danis submission first round. And if he doesn't finish it in the first round, he's absolute garbage. He is absolute garbage if he doesn't finish this in the first round. So yeah, Dillon Danis by submission first round. Or maybe some shenanigans, I don't know. Don't care. Tony Ferguson versus Salt Papi, aka Nathaniel. I didn't imagine his name was Nathaniel. Bustamante. That's such a strange. I would never envision that Salt Papi's name was Nathaniel. But anyway, Nathaniel. This is just so fucking sad, man. Salt Papi is probably going to win this by TKO. He's not going to flatline him. He's not that powerful. But this is going to be one of those cases where he rocks Ferguson, and it's one of those he doesn't fight back moments, and the ref stops it. I don't know what to say about this fight. It's very clear Misfits does not care about the health of its fighters. In my opinion, I don't think they care. Because why are they letting a 41-year-old Tony Ferguson compete who has severe CTE, and he's 41 and he's coming off an absolute beatdown? Why are they letting him fight one of their biggest punchers and biggest stars? This is just to get Salt Papi like a bigger name so he can go on to fight like an Isan Gibb or something like that. This is stupid. This is dumb. This is silly. This is such a disgraceful way to end the career of one of the most legendary MMA fighters. This is worse than what fucking Jake Paul did. I'm sorry. Jake Paul, at least Tyron Woodley had at least he wasn't terrible at the end of his career. He just wasn't severely struck with CTE. This is worse than what Jake Paul did. Except for the Mike Tyson thing. That was far worse, but I'm talking about when Jake Paul was fighting MMA fighters. At least he fought them not that badly beaten up, besides Ben Askren, which is also a sad situation. I hope he gets better. Oh no, he has gotten better, so good for him. Yeah, no, this is gonna be bad. This is gonna be one of those scary fights where I hope it's over in the first round. I wish this doesn't go to the later rounds, because this is just gonna be I assume it's gonna be 2-minute rounds, 6 rounds. This is gonna be a 12-minute beating. This is gonna be a 12-minute beating. If it goes all the way. Oh, it's 3-minute rounds, is it? Yeah, it's 3-minute rounds. So even more. Fuck me. This is going to be a 19-minute, 20-minute beating if Tony Ferguson doesn't go down. I hope he just falls down in the first round, just quits. I want him to quit. I really do. God, do CGI, man. Do say CGI. Why? Why do you have to box? Do jiu-jitsu, man. Do karate combat grappling matches. You don't need to box. It's so sad to see, man, but there's obviously more money in it for him. I can kind of understand, but still. I'm sure people would pay you not to fight. But moving on. Such a sad case. I'm going Salt Papi rounds 2 or 3 knockout / TKO. Most likely a TKO. Now, an actual intriguing fight. Luke Rockhold versus Darren Till. I said that backwards, but we're going to roll with it. This is at 205. I believe Darren Till's last fight was at 185. So I think he'll have more power in his punches. I think Till's last fight was 185. It could have been 195. I don't know how boxing weight classes work that well. But yeah, I'm going to go Darren Till knockout rounds. I'm going to go knockout rounds 4 or 5. I see Rockhold doing pretty well in the first 2, and then I'd see Darren Till figuring him out and then catch him on the chin. Now, don't get me wrong, I think Rockhold has decent power, so I can see him maybe dropping Till early, and then Till gets up and then just wallops him. This is just one of those sad cases, retire, man. You don't, Rockhold got knocked, in his prime, he got chinned by Michael Bisping. Mike Bisping isn't that hard of a puncher. He's not that hard. He does hit hard, but he's not that hard of a puncher. And I think Till is he's a decent puncher for his size. So I'm going to go Darren Till. And this is Till with more weight on him. Okay? He fought Darren Stewart in his last fight. I think that's his name. Yeah. Darren Stewart in his last fight, and he chinned him in the first round, or first couple, I can't remember if it's the first round or not. And then Stewart kind of pressured him, and he kind of developed like an iron chin. And then in the last round, Till just flatlined him. I think Stewart is very durable, and I think Rockhold does not have that durability. I can see Till ending this one by knockout. But anyway, that was my predictions for this card, guys. I know this is very competitive. Like, surely all of these fighters are going to go on and win world titles. Like, Salt Papi is going to fight Canelo! No, I'm just joking. That's been it. Let's just enjoy this card, except for the Tony Ferguson fight. The Darren Till fight's going to be fun. This is just one of those cases where it's just dumb fun. Just enjoy it, I guess. I hope Misfits get shut down within next year. The only thing I'm interested in anymore is either they get like MMA fighters into it, and like, you know, they do that, or they do KSI versus Jake Paul, which everyone wants. Everyone wants. No one doesn't want to see that. I want to see one of them lose. So it's a win-win for me. But yeah, that's about it. See ya.